Chapter 4. Information Sharing. Avoid notice, or be crushed by those who need not fear being noticed. 26th of December 2033, 11:10 AM. Unnamed crater, Phobos. Reality reasserts itself as Phobos unfolds back into existence. I'm ready to jump back into the portal to Brimfall Village and hide with my shattered spacesuit, but test breaths work just fine. I'm breathing air from a folded realm embedded inside me. Hollywood plays up the drama of depressurization, making death near instant, but it's not true. You can't get air in vacuum and your insides will fight to leave your body, but the differential is small enough that you'll live a minute. As long as you stay calm, you have time. Of course, I'm no longer a normal person. I track the health stat in my character sheet. It's painful, but not unbearable, and I'm losing 1 point of health per minute. Plenty of time. Good thing too, the portal is no longer there. I reflexively speak aloud to hail Megan and Natalia. Without air, that doesn't work. We are Space Force, so there is a backup. Over the haptic comlink, I buzz in Morse code. Ward here, require urgent meeting, aspirant in 15, comms failure, reply by haptics. My finger buzzes. Fraser here, copy, Brown is delayed. I try the wings, but with no atmosphere, I bounce around instead. The aspirant isn't far, but the surface isn't empty anymore. Wireframe polyhedra hang everywhere, mostly tetrahedra, some cubes, and the odd octahedron. D4, D6, and D8 shapes, as we'd call them on role-playing night. They're sparse enough that avoiding all of them takes little effort, and I make it back into the airlock with 41 health to spare. Nothing seems to be restoring my health score, even though I don't feel in imminent danger. I equip a spare helmet, patch up the larger holes, and wait on the other two. I'm coughing, but it's nice to breathe normally again, and nicer still to be in pressurized air. Megan and Natalia arrive, and join me inside our cramped, trillion-dollar home. Megan shuts the inner hatch and thumbs the pressure equalizer. Alright, everyone's breathing. Captain, your suit looks like a colander. Cooked any pasta for us? I try to stay professional all the time, but Megan tests that. I chuckle. You should see the helmet. Did either of you touch the wireforms on the way in? I allow my wings to punch through the suit. The others don't gasp. They aren't surprised, even if they have as little an idea of what is going on as I do. Megan nods, and resplendent golden black wings frame her form. Where my wings are metal-edged with glossy colours forming a rainbow, hers are matte black and gold, and feathery. Uncharacteristically, it is Natalia who breaks the silence. Let me get this suit off. Captain seems to go through them pretty fast, and I don't want my wings wrecking another one. We all chuckle. She unfurls light-eating wings of Stygian blue, and Megan proposes a toast. To the Archangels of Phobos. Wings, miracles, folded dominions, the rest of the mission, and reporting to Earth. We have so much to discuss. We need to touch base with Houston soon. I begin. I don't think we can tell them about this madness yet. They'll assume whoever speaks up is unfit for duty. Before confirming you had similar experiences, I thought I might be unfit for duty. You sure about that, Captain? Asks Megan. Alistair's well connected in Washington and Paris both. I'm sure he can make them see reason. I'm with the captain on this, Natalia declares. Learn what we can, then decide how to report it once we're not flying blind. Natalia speaking twice in one conversation. I hardly ever see that. She must be rattled badly. I'll have to check in with her. Here's a plan, I outline. Let's advise Houston that a construction accident caused serious damage to my suit, but that you got me back to the aspirant in time. The suit is ruined, but we have spares, and geological surveying continues with only slight delays. Natalia nods eagerly, and Megan reluctantly, but both nod. And let's discuss what we learned about these folded dominions with each other, I add, before bursting into a hacking cough. Wait, folded dominions? Ours was called a folded realm, Megan volunteers. We go back and forth verifying, but we are certain. Maybe the F and the D mark the difference, Megan offers. I'm not sure, but it's as good a theory as any, I counter. I've been thinking it might relate to what's inside. I found a town, you found ruins. We both had to fight, but I was given a copy of a familiar gun. What weapons were you given? Nothing, two voices answer. Megan continues speaking. Natalia did a number on the tiger thingies with her fists. I'd learned how to use shielding magic, so I used it to buy her time. We fought well together for such unconventional tactics. So you faced tiger monsters. How strong a force? I faced dinosaurs, a four-dimensional eldritch horror, and a hybrid with aspects of each. I'm not sure a company of 100 soldiers could have prevailed, but my new firepower is incredible when it works. I asked, then burst out coughing. The damage I suffered was mostly falling into the Dominion, one nasty tentacle slap, and then the trip back here without a working spacesuit. 100 soldiers, Natalia answered. 3 Marines or 6 conscripts fresh out of training could have easily won our battle, double if they had complications like civvies to protect. Megan and I might have undergone some military training, but Natalia is the expert here. So your folded realm was an F followed by 7 numbers, and had a tetrahedron entrance and wasn't overwhelmingly dangerous, and my Dominion, a D followed by 5 numbers and a cube entrance, and was much more dangerous. It's not enough to call it a pattern, but can we say anything? Do you think certain ones are safer? I ask. Captain, you're probably right on this, but we should confirm it, Megan chimes in. Maybe we touch base with Houston first, get the surveying started, then explore a few D4 places together. See if they are indeed predictable. You mentioned a power boost from Binding Realms. Let's look into that too. I want to live long enough to figure out what is going on here. I want us all to. Time to throw a cat among the pigeons. I heft the massive coin onto the table. I was also given this. Natalia, you're the IT person here. Can you research this Imperator Caesar Augustus without making it obvious to Houston that we're spending time studying a topic so unrelated to the mission? No need, Megan interjects. I remember high school history class. Oh, I had to drop history. Math Olympiad took too much time, I respond. I'd been on the US team twice, travelling to Taiwan in '98 and Romania the next year. What do you know about him? He was Julius Caesar's heir and changed his name a lot. He's often called Octavian. He was one of history's most successful tyrants, Rome's first true emperor. I found one too. Let's compare, Natalia grimaced, pulling out another oversized coin. Interesting, I reply. Yours is similar, but less ornate. Same face, same cube motifs, but missing the gemstones and the amethyst text. Also, I'm seeing a different description in this visual overlay we now have. Overlay? Megan and Natalia both ask. Oh, you aren't seeing Latin language text? It's telling me that mine is a unique Dominion token, Eternal Library, rank D, and that Natalia's is a Folded Realm token, rank D. You speak Latin? Natalia asks. I didn't yesterday. One mandatory semester in middle school, so long ago that I'd forgotten everything save for a couple of words. I got better today. I cough. Ultinum pulmones me non tam dolorent. The words were demonstration rather than command, but the universe took them as an edict. Recovery surged from 0 to 2 a minute due to farcical rank healing prayer. Mana drain of 2 a minute applied. I blinked at the overlay. That actually worked. I wished my lungs would stop hurting, and they started healing. Megan's eyes widened. So prayer works? In Latin? Looks that way, I admitted. But don't get too excited. It's crude. The system called it a farcical rank prayer, like a child's toy compared to the real thing. Maybe because it doesn't fit any of my miracles. Nothing to do with flight, calculation, or criticals. Natalia leaned forward. If words alone can bend reality, that information is a weapon. We'd better learn a lot and keep our findings to ourselves. For now, I agree, I said. This healing is useful, but not reliable. Don't count on me patching anyone up mid-fight. At best, this is aspirin, not surgery. Megan snorted. Huh. Aspirin that talks back in Latin. Aspirin that talks back in Latin, I echoed with a smile. The others weren't able to pick up Latin in seconds as I had. My skill set had been rewritten, but before the rewrite, there was something to build from. Their skills had not. Alright, let's return to Fort Plank. Touch base with Houston, sticking to the cover story we agreed upon, then learn everything we can about these folded realms littering the landscape. Agreed, Megan stated. Let's go for the D4s first. We don't have much to go on, but they appear safest. We can't afford to be passive and wait the months out. We didn't find the realm we were inside, it found us. One moment we were leaving Fort Plank to look for you, the next, we're engulfed. Natalia gave a curt nod. Let's start small. We counted wireframe dice as we bounced back towards the fort. I got to 23 tetrahedra, 8 cubes, and 2 octahedra, and everyone's count was close. Even more reason to think that we were making the right choice. I'd do the job of lying to Houston myself. It's the nature of command. Never ask someone else to do something you hate doing.